Big-time stakes as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only if you find a way to win. Welcome to Rentschler Field in East Hartford, home to the UConn Huskies. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Syracuse Orange, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the UConn Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. UConn will deliver the opening kickoff and we'll get this game going. He'll start the return inside his 5. Makes a move. He's on the loose. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Returner runs out of bounds.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for space. It's Dynasty. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That's caught. It's Dynasty. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. And the Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Steps away to find some room. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
That defender is lucky on that play because he was beat on that deep route. He's lucky the QB overthrew that play.
Might be calling a hot route. And back to the air on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Dynasty. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. It'll be 3rd and long. He wants to throw it again. Catch in the middle. It's Fareed. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Still on his feet at the 45. Touchdown, Syracuse. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Nice job by the defense forcing the fumble. That took the perfect bounce right into the DB's hands. He shows you the speed and takes it back all the way for a touchdown. That was the definition of a fortuitous bounce.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UConn offense goes back to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Catch in the middle, it's Watson. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Got it in the middle, it's Watson. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, break tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
The play action fake. He's going for it all. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Very few times can you get a guy that wide open in a game, and when you do, you have to capitalize on it. That QB knows it. Look at him. You could tell he knows he missed a huge opportunity. Not only could he tell, everyone in the stands could see that guy was absolutely wide open.
Turning it on. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup, spotted at the 25-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got it set up on the outside. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies! It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. When you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
The AT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. James Madison went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that fourth quarter. Total destruction by the Dukes. A busy day in the Sun Belt Conference and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They go to the ground. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Orange with a ton of options available on second and short. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time forcing the incompletion.
This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, still going. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
Well, in the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. You're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
Syracuse looked to be in dire straits to start this drive, but now they've got some room to operate. A 1st down run on the doorstep. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the 1st quarter. Guys, we're at the end of the quarter, and Syracuse has the lead. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. DB's right up on the receiver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Syracuse right back at him. A designed run for the quarterback. Touchdown, Orange! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. UConn going back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Got it in the middle. It's Dynasty. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Forced out of the pocket. Got a man. It's Dynasty. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. On the ground, it's Dynasty. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder.
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Caught behind the line. It's Willis. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. They want to get this defense on its heels. Johnson wants to throw it. Scrambling away. Running to Green. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
And they can't make the connection on third down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
And the offensive line has to do a better job protecting their man. It's 4th down. He needs some time to make a play. The defense brings the blitz, beats the offensive line, and gets the big sack.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Rolling right and going deep. He's got it. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around, find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
Handoff to the single running back. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. He might want another play. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires into the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out. Got enough space. Touchdown, Husky. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Troy is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Georgia Southern. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Got the first down and more. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Johnson looking to throw. Moving out of the pocket. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
That really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control.
Intercepted, number 19. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
He'll start this drive going to the air. The throw. The sure hands. It's Burton.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Huskies can really attack on this second and short. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. Buys a little extra time. Got out of trouble and throws. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Under fire. He's going to fire to the left. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And I know that play broke down. That is one the offense, I think, would like to have back because you practice these type of scramble situations all week long. Quarterback this time flush to his left. These receivers have to break their routes off and work with the QB to try to give him a place to go with the football. And that time just not able to give the QB anywhere to throw it.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Oh, sweet feet. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try to bang this one through from 52 yards out and the left hash. Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Seconds left in the half. Here comes the field goal unit. And it's no good. He missed it. And guys, still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The UConn offense goes back to work. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half, David.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help alleviate some of that pressure on your...
And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Touchdown, Cuse. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. UConn going back to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Gonna run it. It's Dynasty. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Finds his man down the middle. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
The Huskies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Motion from the back. Throws it back. Grab near the marker. It's Dynasty. Touchdown, Huskies. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
They're going to go ahead and go for two here and try to make it a field goal game. He'll set up to throw. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
That keeps the score. Syracuse, 28.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
Set to kick it off.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Finds his tight end. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Harding. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Johnson wants to throw it. Quarterback adapting. Trying to escape and get it himself. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying play action. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Syracuse.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
Goes back to work. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what you're
trying to beat the D deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. That's caught. It's their assault.
Good play call on defense. Third down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up fourth.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity on fourth down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the second half to build on your two-possession lead.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
From the gun, the running back has it.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it, they reacted right away, got the running back on the ground immediately.
Johnson looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much. Well, they're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Ready up. It's first down from the 11. Looking downfield on first down. And he was looking into the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Syracuse needs to come up with a big third down play to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the catch. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The give to the back. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. We've come to the break, and it's Syracuse on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Burton. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And the Huskies really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll send the back in motion. From the gun on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Porter. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be.
Gonna take a shot. Brings it in down the left side. Off to the races. Tag. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, UConn.
That is so hard to defend. QB wants to make a play from the pocket, but does a great job escaping to his left. Eyes down the field. Palmer, he looked like a young, athletic Jesse Palmer, getting outside the pocket and throwing a dime.
I would have torn my ACL if I had tried to roll out to my left like that in my playing days, but how about this quarterback keeping his eyes downfield, never quitting on the play, and finding a viable option and delivering an accurate throw so that he could advance it after the catch and take it all the way into the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone, it's James. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Looking for room, it's Willis. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Syracuse right back at it.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time.
Snags it down the right side. Here he goes. The tag. Touchdown, Orange. Once he got some room, it was over. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And you can tell he trusts his big tight end. Airing the football way down the field, treating him like a wide receiver because you know he's going to go up, make the big play, get you in the end zone, score a touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UConn going back to work on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Finds his man, it's Porter. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gonna look downfield again. Grabbed near the marker. It's Dynasty. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
And on defense, you make the tackle after the catch for a first down. Now you got to go get lined up again because the offense is going fast.
Starting to feel a little pressure. Zings it complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Incomplete to the line. Now, fourth down.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Here's a heat. Finds him out of the backfield. Finds a crease at the 20. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. And the Huskies started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Spits it out to the back. Touchdown, UConn! And they take it in for 6 more points. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scaffold, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. He'll pull it down. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. Syracuse right back at it.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble.
Breaks into the open. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Corners are walked up tight. Johnson wants to throw it. And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Troy has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 17 over Georgia Southern. Just another week of football in the Sun Belt, guys, where we've come to expect the unexpected.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Oh, and makes the catch. Fights off a defender. He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. They'll run play action. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
Got his man. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Fires to the big fella. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Second down, they'll go to the air. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Grab near the sticks. It's Porter. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Firing to the end zone. And it's his 4th interception of the game. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just...
Going for the big play. Makes a grab on the right. Turning on the Jets. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Cuse. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. To the air on first down. He wants a big play here late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Wants to throw on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and, man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all 3 phases, this is a team we're going to be talking about very, very late in the season.
That's going to do it from here. For David